by the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
Charlie, if I could describe your tenure as Daredevil with one word, I would say the word defiance, because I was reading way back when you first auditioned for the character, they sent you the sides for Foggy, and you said, no, I want to only read for Matt Murdock. Now, flash forward to this Born Again kind of soft reboot, if you will. Yourself and Vincent were the ones who were kind of going to Foggy and saying, this first iteration isn't working, let's rework it and honor the fans that came before us. Where does that sense of defiance come from?
I'm not sure that's true either.
Oh, I don't, yeah. That's scary to call it defiance.
It's not defiance sounds like
it's a little aggressive.
I get what you mean.
You care so much that you're willing to push for your vision, and your vision has always satisfied the fans.
No, I appreciate the sentiment. It just, out of context, it could sound a certain way. And it doesn't. It's
well, because we didn't feel. I know that you didn't mean anything by it, but he's just reacting in the same way I am reacting, because it never felt defiant. It felt we were desperate. We were desperate, actually, and put in a very vulnerable situation. We thought this is not going on the course that we wanted it to. Everybody agreed with us, and so we switched up.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had my hand up the whole time, because in case he spoke, I was going to back. I don't know why I had my hand up all the time. I
feel like we're back in the diner.
Exactly.
Look, this is, for whatever reason, this character was put in my path, and I knew from the moment I read the first sides, without even knowing that it was Daredevil. When I knew from being allowed to go and sit in Disney and read the first 2 episodes that this was a special character, as a special story, and I really would do anything to kind of have the opportunity to bring it to life. And it's been such a gift. It's been one of the great honors of my career, of my life, to play this character. And you're right insofar as that there is a quality to Matt which is very defiant, and maybe I've had to draw upon some of that in order to play the character. But I also have to say that from the start to finish, this entire journey, I felt so supported and so championed by everyone at Marvel and Disney and Netflix when we made it there, and it's just the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, well, whatever you did for the first 2 episodes, it clearly worked, because I was in love with what was being on display.
Oh, cool.
I want to talk a little bit about Wilson here. He's kind of waging a war on vigilantes, if you will, and now he has the political power to kind of push that sway. Vigilantes in the MCU, I think of like the Sokovia Accords. That was something that was trying to implement to take control of vigilantes a little bit. We also know he's aware of a certain wall crawler. He mentions a guy in a spider suit. Where does Wilson stand with just vigilantes as a whole? Is he trying to control them? Is he trying to eradicate them? Where does he stand?
Anybody that gets in his way is going to be eradicated, period. And so he needs to create a world in which that is known, and that's what he's doing.
Very fair. I'm excited to see it develop over the course of these first 9 episodes. There's a line in, I want to say the 2nd episode. I'll say it out of context to not give it the full, spoilers and all that. But you two are talking, and you mentioned that if you say you're a new man, fine. But if you step out of line, I'll be there. Why is First episode. Why is Matt willing to even give Wilson like a hint of a second chance?
3rd chance, 4th chance, Yeah, it's a great question. I think that they both hold a power over one another, and that power is on both sides. I think is kind of undeniable. The thing that one of the things that Wilson has over Matt is he knows his identity, and he can blow up his life in a whole new way. At the same time, when they have come to blows, Matt has come out on top. And I don't think it's lost on Fisk that he can, he might not be willing to kill him. He might not be willing to go to those lengths, but he can certainly mess things up for him quite royally. And no matter how hard each of them try, they can't seem to rid themselves of this bug, this annoying element in their lives and in New York. So you do what you do what you can to try and keep on top of it, I guess.
I like what you said about having power over each other. It's true. And I think that this first season of Born Again, it reminds people of that in a big way, in a very kind of complicated and chaotic, but it does remind people that we have this power over each other, and we're about to start shooting the second season, which is where that is going to be tested.
Yeah.
Big time.
Very much so. Charlie, I'll wrap with this. If and when the Avengers come calling, and I feel like we all know they'll come calling eventually, they're gonna likely offer to upgrade your suit. And if they offer, I need you to promise me this.
Yeah.
You will decline the nanotech helmet.
Oh, okay, why?
Because it doesn't suit the character.
Okay.
The Daredevil wears a mask.
Yeah.
It always stays on, and when he takes it off, there's a power that comes off when you physically remove the helmet.
Yeah.
If that just like kind of glitches away,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
you're
good
right.
point.
Yeah, the street level heroes, they always knew that. We always knew that. You know, you gotta,
Well, don't make any promises you can't keep.
Yeah, I will say this though: what you don't get to see is sometimes when that comes off, it's a bad hair day, and we have to fix that.
That's okay. That's real.
Okay,
That's raw. That makes sense for the
Yeah.
street level
No,
stuff.
I get what you're saying. I think that's a good point.
In all seriousness, guys, though, the show is amazing. You should be very proud. I'm excited we're
you
getting a
so
season
much.
2 as well.
Thanks,
you.
dude.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, man.
No. Incarcerate, maybe. Kill? Never. I wonder if your darker half would agree.